seated. As Academic Registrar, it is both my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Cambridge Corn Exchange for this evening's Anglia Ruskin graduation ceremony. We've all gathered here today to celebrate the success of the class of 2018. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition from the 15th century, and that tradition has developed since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation symbolises the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor to symbolise their transition to this new role. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates to the community of scholars. And as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring the ceremony to a close. During proceedings, those graduating with higher research awards will have their hoods placed upon them by the Vice-Chancellor in order to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So it's now time for us to begin our formal proceedings. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Ian Martin, to address you all. Vice-Chancellor.
Graduands, family, friends, colleagues. As Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it's my very great pleasure to be here today at this, your graduation ceremony. Firstly, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is an opportunity to take stock and celebrate your achievements to date. But also, it's a chance to reflect on the multitude of careers that will stretch out in front of each and every one of you. We will have succeeded in our task if we've given you the skills and the confidence to influence and to lead the change that will make a difference to you as you build those careers. Before talking about what has happened across your university over the past 12 months, I do want to make a few comments on those future roles that each of you will play. Firstly, the leadership that I hope each of you will bring to your communities. I'm not talking in the main about the big L leadership that comes with jobs that have a title, but the much more important little L leadership that each of us can and must bring to our community, to our work environment, to the wider region, to improve things where we have the ability to influence. We need your passion, your enthusiasm, and your growing expertise to help address many of the challenges we face nationally and globally. Above all, I believe that we need you as experts who are prepared to engage in debate, experts who harbour rightful doubt, and above all, experts who work to ensure that decisions that are made by society for the benefit of society are built solidly on evidence, albeit tempered by a strong measure of social justice. That expertise and the power of the scientific process have underpinned much of the progress that we have made as a society over the last 200 years. But being an expert in your field is not the same as having no doubt and no uncertainty. Indeed, the true expert is the honest broker who shares both the strengths and gaps in current knowledge with others. Experts who hold no doubt are almost as, and perhaps more dangerous, than fanatics who hold opinion without evidence. The great thinkers of the past 100 years have helped me frame how I interpret evidence and expertise, and I would encourage you to do the same. Look back and look forward. Bertrand Russell, whose views were, and in many quarters still are, regarded as quite controversial, said, "To teach how to live without certainty, and yet without being paralysed by hesitation, is perhaps the chief thing that philosophy, and I would add education in our age, can do for those who study it. Words that are as true now as when they were written 80 years ago. My second thought is more challenging, and that is, do not be ground down by those who suggest that everything is going backwards. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, there are difficulties. Yes, we have a society that has more inequality than we would like. But if you had to choose a time to be alive, it would be hard pushed to be better than it is now. But we need you to continue to make sure that we make the benefits from every advance that we've had. A number of you will go into health professional careers. Things will change rapidly, and in the main, that will be for the better. But we need you to bring what you have learned over the last few years with us into your work environment to ensure that we continue to progress, and that progress benefits all. Reflecting on that knowledge, it's timely to consider that the iterative process of discovery, the ability to doubt and challenge accepted views, and the ability to debate have underpinned so much of that progress. A validation, if indeed we need one, of the very characteristics that sit at the heart of our university and indeed all universities. You, as you graduate today, can and must make a difference to those around you, to the wider community, and I know for some of you, through leadership on a much wider stage. To turn now to your university. The 2017-18 academic year, the year of your graduation, marked the 25th year of us being a university. On the 16th of June 1992, we achieved university status, a milestone in a history that started not so very far away from here in 1858, when John Ruskin gave his inaugural address at the opening of the Cambridge School of Art. The power of education, the importance of providing access to that education, and being innovative and challenging accepted dogma were part of our institutional DNA from that day onwards. Over the last 25 years, you join more than 150,000 students who've graduated with an Anglia Ruskin qualification, studying courses ranging from architecture to zoology and much in between. Over those 25 years, we've seen a huge amount of change, and almost every year there's been major developments, and this year is certainly no exception. The last 12 to 18 months have seen more change in the external environment impacting on universities than at almost any time in the past 30 years. This has produced, and I'm afraid to say will continue to do, more uncertainty for us and for all universities than perhaps we're used to, or perhaps we should be comfortable with, or maybe we should be comfortable with it. But despite everything that is going on around, you have our commitment to make sure that our focus is on what we do that we believe is most important, and that's transforming lives through the delivery of innovative, inclusive, and entrepreneurial education, and the students graduating today are testament to that. Despite the challenges, the university is in good heart. We finished the academic year with 5% more students than we started. We've seen growth across the institution. We have students from more than 180 countries studying with us, and you are part of a community of 36,000 students both in the UK and around the world. We were absolutely delighted to have secured for our university the first medical school in Essex, and it's great to have our first 100 students starting 3 weeks ago. This achievement could not have been carried out without the pedigree of quality education and quality health professional education over many years, and it's a testament to the dedication of everybody involved in the project and the foundations on which that project was built. Anglia Ruskin was named as the Partner of the Year at the Chartered Management Institute's inaugural Higher Education Awards, and one of our students at the same evening was named as Student of the Year. We've embraced new models of education, and we're one of the national leaders in delivering degree apprentices. We believe that more than 1 in 10 of the country's degree apprentices were studying with us last year, and this year that population will grow to 700 to 800 new starters. We've continued to see major developments in our research and innovation portfolio. We've grown our research income substantially. and we've graduated more PhD students than we ever have before. In partnership with Essex and Harlow councils, we've just, and when I say just, I mean this morning, started to build a new innovation hub in Harlow, and we've been appointed as one of the 2 university partners for the national NHS Clinical Entrepreneurs Programme, aiming to bring the best of new innovation to healthcare in the UK. We've invested in our infrastructure, both digital and physical. I've mentioned the medical school, but for those of you here, it's pretty hard to ignore the fantastic new science centre that again was opened this year. Despite all of that, we can only define our success by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities and regions we serve. We will do as much as we can, but for us to do as much as is possible, we need your support as our most recent alumni to continue to work with us to advocate for and support our mission. The support in the past that we've received from our alumni and our friends, nationally and internationally, really matters. It's added value to the education we've been able to provide, it supports our researchers in pushing boundaries, and it's given us great opportunities to carry out a wide range of activities that support the cultural, social, and economic well-being of our host cities and the wider region. We couldn't do what we want to do without that support, but you have our absolute commitment to ensure that we will continue to really focus on things that make a real and tangible difference to our students and the wider community. Before I close, I have to make special mention of your families and friends and supporters, some of whom are with us this evening, some of whom are there in spirit. We know that they provided you on your journey to get to today's graduation stage with invaluable support, be that moral, spiritual, nutritional, and all too often financial. And on behalf of everybody at the university, can I say thank you to all of our friends and supporters of our graduates who've made their journey possible. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you. I hope that you continue a relationship with this, your university, in the coming years, because like it or not, your success and our success are now inextricably bound together. In concluding, I return to Bertrand Russell. Just remember, the good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Enjoy the day, and congratulations from all of us.
Vice-Chancellor, thank you. So now we come to the main business for today's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And I call upon Dean of Faculty, Dr. Peter Crabtree, to come to the podium to present to the Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Crabtree.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Life Sciences, Ross Edwin Bebbington. Gokhan Dedda. Anmol Hussain. Marissa Jodianne Lewis. Francine Kalambai. Miguel Nunes. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Animal Behaviour, Spod Bailey. Also receiving the University's Federation of Animal Welfare Prize, Antonia Bernau. Georgia Borley Margitota. Nina Dara Maharaj. Alessandra Del Digriziano. Also receiving the University's Federation of Animal Welfare Prize, Rachel Granger. Rebecca? Okay. Rebecca Dorset. Larice Sophie Gislane. Georgia Louise Harris. Jenny Hastings. Kerry Lambourne. James Mayers. Alex Merchant. Darion Olivia Moore. Megan Georgina Amy Pearman. Vitae Ravinsky. Also receiving the Royal Society of Biology Prize, Andrea Safrigin. Michaela Scott. Kirby Snowling. Natasha Stewart. Katie Tamara Swan. For the award of Master of Science, Animal Behaviour, Applications for Conservation, Anika Antinus. Lucy Alexandra Reed. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Marine Biology with Biodiversity and Conservation, Daisy Butters. Tynham Collins. Frederick Lennart Tun Feldman. Rosh Elliot Gorsamad. Katie Jane Harlin. Bethany Hunt. Jane LeMay. Georgina Mahoney. Chloe Marzuloli. Oscar Puignou. Eleanor Jane Randall. Lauren Rees. Jakira Andre Semple. Rebecca Charlotte Spencer. Emily Stewart. Jennifer Ann Sumners. Rachel Taylor. Tom Tingley. Nadira Valera. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Zoology, Yaya Kieran Bakrania. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Zoology, Hannah Louise Barker. Alexander Bealby. Emily Buckingham. Julie Alison Carter. Sophie Chowdhury. Zoe Church. Rebecca Amanda Clark. Kirsten Cope. Meg Di Pasquale Crichton. Amy Constance Dean. Alex Denham. Jessica Ann Dibb. Aniska Els. Also receiving the Animal and Environmental Biology Programme Prize, Leah Fitzpatrick. Emma Fox. Elizabeth Godfrey. Katie Jane Goldsborough. Gabriella Gretz Hanyevich. George Griffiths. Abby Hargreaves. William Graham Higgins. Rebecca Hillier. Holly Hubbard. William Richard Johnson. Amy Elizabeth King. Annie May. Alicia McCluskey. Alicia Meadows. Hannah Rose Muston. Jessica Kate Newton. Sophie Louise Orme. Thomas Packham. Kimmy Pillay. Stephanie J.C. Robertson. Andrea Silva. Gabriella Katerina Skaniman-Iko. Mario Ivanov Shimbal. Ben Spinoza. Thomas Starkey. Ruth Starnes. Samuel Tucker. Zachary Ulm. Stuart Oscar John Watson. Andrea Wentworth. Samantha Whitmore. Sophie Wilson-Smith. For the award of Master of Science, Applied Wildlife Conservation, Holly Brooks. Holly Victoria Jones. Jonathan Charles Mizzen. Lucy Louise Reed. For the award of Master of Science Sustainability, Harris Ewan Christensen. Michaela Jane Genman. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who've been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis entitled Chinstrap Penguin Foraging Habitat Model for the South Orkney Islands, Fabrizio Manco. Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
I really think you could cheer a bit more, you know. That's how you get. Dr. Crabtree, thank you. We have many distinguished academic staff at Anglia Ruskin University, and I should now like to ask one of them, Dr. Liam Kite, to come to the podium to offer a few words of reflection.
It's a bit warm in here. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, such an honour to stand here tonight and watch the incredible hard work and dedication to study that you have shown throughout your time at Anglia. It's wonderful to watch it be rewarded by the conferment of your degree. University is an experience that not anyone can have, and I personally thank you for embracing this opportunity and for your obvious success. Starting university for a lot of people is the first life-changing episode that you will have experienced. You're starting a new venture with new friends, new places, and those funny little people called lecturers. Those lecturers that give you tests, essays, assignments, exams, essays, assignments, exams, essays. And let's not forget the 9 a.m. starts on a Friday morning. How cruel we all are. And at first you look at the future and you think that the end will never, ever come. That's 3 years. That's forever. Like, literally forever. I kid you not. Then with no warning whatsoever, the handing date for your dissertation suddenly jumps up and smacks you in the face. It's all gone in the blink of an eye. The most intelligent person, not here, not in the UK, not on the planet, but in the universe, at this point would say to you, done well you have. Passed you did. Proud we are. And now you are here at the blink of an eye, on the brink of your next changing episode. Some of you are going on to a new career, and I wish you my heartiest good luck on that. Some of you are doing further study. Why? But it's opening up the next chapter of your life. Excitement and trepidation rolled into one. So here is my first piece of advice to you. Those of you that know me know that this is Liam's law. Be you. You are already a success. You are who you are, and that in itself is what made you a success. I'm the past. You are the future. I want you to go forth with pride and with ambition. The future is yours to shape. Our Vice-Chancellor mentioned in his address the importance of you going forward not just as an academic, not just as a professional, but as a valued person in your community. Anglia Ruskin alumni are achievers of greatness, and I see before me greatness. Many years ago, well, actually in 1992, and I know, before you start, I know you weren't born then, but the Olympic Games were hosted in Barcelona. There were two fantastic things that came out of that. Firstly, Freddie Mercury and Montserrat Caballé sang that famous opening song. But the thing that stuck in my mind and will do forever was the 400-metre finals. A young British lad was in contention for a medal. The gun sounded and off he went. Quite a pace he was going, and he was keeping up with everybody, and he was in full flow, and it was looking good, and yes, he was going to get a medal. And the commentators were going mad. Then he heard, and we saw, and he felt a pop as his hamstring detached, and he collapsed to the floor in agony. He slowly dragged himself to his feet and started to hop and stumble his way towards the finish line. The race had already finished, but he was determined that he was not going to retire hurt. He had to finish the race. Then the most amazing thing on television happened. A man broke through from the stands. He went through the stewards, he went through the security guards, and heaven forbid, he went onto the track. And he put his arm around his son, and they hobbled over the finishing line together. Derek Redmond had achieved his goal of finishing the race. It matters not how you've got to the end. It matters not that you have got your ultimate goal. It matters two things. The first, that you had your goal, and the second, that you achieved it. If I was to ask all the mums and dads, all the people of my generation, who won the 400 metres that day, nobody will remember the name. I certainly can't. But everybody remembers Derek Redmond. So looking back over your last 3 years, you have earned your right to wear your robes. Okay, this is partly due to the many assessments, exams, assessments, assignments, exams, assessments that you've done, but it's also by the debates, the arguments, the discussion, by questioning and challenging previously accepted norms. And as you move forward, you now need to be brave and continue in this manner. Continue learning, continue developing, continue to question what is norm. Take risks. Remember, as you go forward, you need to point your nose at where you want to be. You need to follow your nose to where you need to be. As an optician, I'm often asked, why do we not wear spectacles on the back of our head? And that is because we've all got perfect hindsight. Look forward. Become whoever you want to become. That's your ability now. That is your aim, your goal, to become who you really, truly want to be. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make some absolute clangers. I checked my flies 3 times as I was walking down here because I didn't want to stand up here with the flies undone. You will make those mistakes. Remember, he who has never made a mistake has not made anything. I've talked to you guys enough now. To the mums and dads, hi. Thank you for joining us in these celebrations today, and I thank you for loaning your children to us for a few years. I once said to my dad, why are you nicer to my children than you were to me? And he said, I can give them back. And so now, mums and dads, we give them back. My final word to you is Liam's law number 2. If you are willing to stand for what you believe in, you don't need advice from me, because you will be able to handle whatever comes. I wish you every success. You've earned it. You've deserved it. Thank you very much.
Liam, thank you. We now continue with the main business for today's ceremony, the presentation of those receiving awards. And once again, I call upon Dean of Faculty, Dr. Peter Crabtree, to return to the podium to continue to present to the Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Crabtree.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Science and Technology. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Hearing Aid Audiology, Sadia Hamid Ali. Kirsty Louise Bellamy. Jodie Ashton Carmichael. Rebecca Faith Clitheroe. Amy Louise Cook. Neil Richard Kenneth Daniel. Vuta DeWitt. Shirley Alexis Duplessis. Stephanie Maria Ferns. Faye Elizabeth Gale. Also receiving the Starkey Hearing Technologies Award, Amy Lee Galt. Baljinder Kaur. Violetta Krukorska. Jade Marshall. Humberto Martos Benitez. Also receiving the Oticon Prize and the Specsavers Group Award, Lisa Jane McCall. Also receiving the Eden Ravencroft Prize, Elaine Morehouse. Nikki Najat. Rachel Plowman. Georgia Pullen. Danielle Nicole Vinter. Denise Sanford. Ashley Sukumara. Emma Florence Swain. Katrina Nadine Theodore. Lauren Walsh. Andy Wells. Nicola Williams. Emma Joanne Woodjap. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Hearing Science, Bethany Alice Andrews. Kelly Margaret Backhouse. Ruth Ann Bannister. Holly Freebairn. Donna Hanson. Also receiving the Medal Award, Sherry Honey Boswell. Gus Singh. For the award of Foundation Degree in the Sciences, Ophthalmic Dispensing Registrable Award, Hannah Ruth Arscott. Also receiving the Essilor Award, Emily Louise Baldwin. Amanda Brown. Louisa Jane Burgess. Leanne Elizabeth Coe. Claire Craig. Siobhan Cryan. Thomas Gale. Kirsty Fiona Gibson. Gemma Victoria Herbert. Rebecca Claire Hodson. Daniel John Holden. Catherine Susanna Howard. Laura Uatachim Chiuk. Natalie Latham. Debbie Mahoney. Mary Maloney. Chloe Osman. Tamisha Dawn Partridge. Joanne Penza. Natalie Perryman. Tanith Sharp. Lucy Swindlehurst. Leanne Elizabeth Thurlow. Kirsty Elizabeth May Young. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Ophthalmic Dispensing, Lily Abrogva. Also receiving the Association of British Dispensing Opticians Prize, Penelope Rose Ardley. Manveer Singh Baines. Ravina Baines. Also receiving the Association of British Dispensing Opticians Prize, Rebecca Barton. Shira Begum. Christopher Brown. Miriam Salim Butt. Leslie Chanyo. Also receiving the Essilor Award and the Federation of Ophthalmic and Dispensing Opticians Prize, Isabel Finola Louise Connolly. Simranji Kaur Dub. Karat Olayan Fatima. Meera Kavati Gandesha. Zara Hussain. Zainab Fatia Ima Jaffrey. Bethan Amy Joyce. Mandeep Kaur. Sumaigar Muradaz Khan. Sylvia Linges Warren. Zabia Mohammed. Halima Sharma Musi. Armak Nasim. Jasdeep Kaur Najram. Hema Palmer. Hema Palmer, apologies. Marisha Patel. Richard Routledge. Ezra Salman. Nikayla Sedani. Laura Sheena. Gaushika Silva Sati Yasilan. Remy Taylor. Molly Coral Tate. Neddi Vasu. For the award of Bachelor of Optometry with honours, Nimra Abbasi. Sharihan Ahmed. Nafisa Ashraf. Also receiving the Association of Optometrists Student Prize, Mariam Olak. Also receiving the Johnson & Johnson Vision Care Award, Gabrielle Banks. Sean Bachelor. Anita Bhopal. Astrid Marina D'Souza. Ravleen Chatura. Theo Solomon Handy. Manvir Hare. Altaf Hussain. Sabir Hussain. Ajanni Jalareja. Mohammed Junaidid. Krupali Karparani. Ifan Khan. Fatma Casey. Mariam Corsa. Wing Yi Tiffany Kwan. Jenna Lee. Brandon Sean Lee Tin-Chin. James Lee. Zara Malik. Alicia Melissa Mehta. Asvitha Mayanassas. Sheila Mott. Hussein Mortassa. Rukaya Nadeem. Case Nazir. Also receiving the Keeler Award, Ishani Pancholi. Hamisha Parekh. Jatal Kiran Patel. Kujali Patel. Shivali Patel. Karishma Patni. Zaini Sevkam Pirabudak. Maria Jamal Quashri. Priti Rajvandari. Sabariman. Janvir Devri Rai Ruhu. Sapna Siani. Leah Tank. Jama Tharayrat Nasingam. Also receiving the Hague Street Prize and the Thea Pharmaceutical Award, Simran Kaur Apal. Insia Walji. Carman Rebecca Wan. Chuk Kin Yuen. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who've been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled An Internet Intervention for Tinnitus, Eldri Weeda Birkus. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled The Effects of Colour on Reading and Visual Correlates in Children and Adolescents Who Are Profoundly or Severely Deaf, Richard Stewart Hollingsworth. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Measures of Visual Acuity, Contour Interaction and Crowding with Contrast Modulated Optotypes in Adults and Children, Sarah Jane Helen Lalore. For the award of Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis entitled Towards a Functional Visual Field Assessment for Low Vision, Hikmat Subi. Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduates for me to present to you today.
Dr. Crabtree, thank you, and excellent cheering and applauding, everyone. Well done indeed. We are now nearing the end of the ceremony, but first I would like to ask Leah Fitzpatrick, one of our wonderful new graduates, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of all of those receiving awards today. Leah.
I felt it would have been deeply inappropriate to take it from anywhere else, so it had to go under the hat. Anyway, whew. Good evening, fellow graduates, families, friends, and ARU staff. I'm delighted to have been asked to give the vote of thanks this evening. To quote the lecturer who nominated me, who else can talk longer and louder? It's wonderful to know I've left such a lasting legacy at Anglia Ruskin. So, on that note, I want to thank our lovely lecturers for two things. First, for teaching us. For your lectures, the conversations, and I'm begrudgingly admitting this, the assignments you set us, I know a lot of us have discovered what we really want to spend our lives doing. Secondly, some of you have actually been a really supportive figure in our lives, doling out advice, assurance, hilarious/borderline inappropriate anecdotes, and I particularly want to thank Philip Pugh and Sarah Hart for their compassion and understanding of the student body. You are the teachers that stay with students for a lifetime. Thank you to the unsung heroes of our university, the non-academic staff. Without you, the university would probably crumble like that pack of biscuits you forgot was in your bag. Thank you to the librarians for not kicking us out of the library immediately when you caught us with our Tesco meal deals. Thank you, science technicians, for letting us feel like actual scientists and letting us play with potentially lethal equipment. Thank you, catering staff, for never passing judgment on the excessive caffeine and carbohydrate consumption of the student body. And a huge thank you to the cleaning staff. I'm not going to elaborate because you've either eaten or you're going to eat, but let's just say they deserve a medal and a week-long holiday, quite frankly. Oh, the applause. Oh, thank you. And thank you to everyone in this room, particularly those of you in the back row, friends, family, and other fantastic people who have supported us. If you're anything like my parents in the corner over there, you have survived 3-4 years of your student rambling about things you don't quite understand. You've sacrificed space, money, sanity, definitely sanity, to give us as many opportunities as possible and have, most importantly, loved us the whole way through. Ooh. I only hope I can be as half as good for my children and friends as you have been for us. Which is a joke in itself because I can just about look after myself, let alone another tiny human being. To my fellow graduates, and if you don't know me, if you could just pretend you do, because otherwise this is going to be really hollow. To my fellow graduates, it is exceptionally difficult to talk about how incredible you are and how thankful I am to have some of you in my life without dragging every cliche out of the book like a really rotten Steven Spielberg film. I hope all of you can turn to at least one person in this room and think, thank God I met you. To surround yourself with people who share your love for your subject, who are phenomenal fun, and who push you to be the best you truly can be, has been undeniably the best part of university. I wish all of you nothing but happiness and luck for the future. But not too much luck, because I'd like a job, and there's definitely not enough places hiring in our fields. So, On that note, go out, thrive. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Wonderful stuff, Leah. Thank you very much indeed. I should now like for one final time to call upon the Vice-Chancellor to address the new graduates. Vice-Chancellor.
I'm not quite sure how you follow that. And probably we should stop now, but there is an important and formal bit for me to do now. Will all those who've been presented to me here on stage please now stand? As Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. From everyone at ARU, our warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. Well done. And finally, in recognition of both the warm support and enthusiasm and slightly noisy applause this evening, but also, much more importantly, in recognition of all they've done for you, could you turn, face your friends, families and supporters and return the honour? Once again, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now ask everybody to stand for the academic procession?